stingy, like literally stingy. It's the corporations and the billionaires. It is.
All right. I am downtown Detroit. I am downtown Detroit. There's Wayne State University down there. I'm going on Forest Avenue. This is where I had my open heart surgeries. And here's the VA. I'm doing good. Good. Be careful.
I will.
This is crazy, isn't it? Can I go over there too? I'll go over there with you. Yeah, because so many people don't even think it's real. So I'm trying to be out here too to show that it is.
Here is a group of people who've been trained to speak. We would like one to.
I have the channel on YouTube, Tina's the Outsider, and I'm from Detroit. And there's so many people that actually say that this isn't real, it's not affecting real people, it's not doing nothing. So I'm out here trying to do my part.
Well, it's real, and it's an assault on the working class people, and we need everybody to get in this fight. Because it might not be you today, but it's going to be you at some point. So
right.
Thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate it.
There's so many people telling me that I wouldn't know the truth if it hit me with a sledgehammer.
Well, we appreciate you, and this is real. For everyone watching, this is real. People's lives are being impacted. This group here are a group of people who were fired, nothing but stellar workers, providing services to the American people, and as of February 14th, their jobs were eliminated. Thank you.
What's your name?
Jason.
Jason?
Jason Anderson. I'm the National Vice President for AFGE.
Okay.
Representing federal workers across the nation.
Okay. And I have a small channel, Tina's the Outsider. I'm from Detroit.
Thank you, Tina. Appreciate you.
All right. I'll definitely put it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So just talk about the announcement.
Vietnam vets who were dying of Agent Orange, and the PACT Act just got passed 2 years ago so that they could get the treatment they deserve for veterans that were in Afghanistan or Iraq. And suddenly they're letting people go.
Oh, sorry.
And it's not clear what's going to happen to patient safety, to patient care, to waiting lists. And these are men and women that are veterans. Many of them, some of them, have actually worked at the hospital for a while, but have been promoted and have been in the new position less than a year. What I care about is patient care, patient safety. No veterans have to wait to get care. And what we don't know, I know who's been let go. I know who's been fired because the employees are talking to me. How many have taken a buyout? How are they going to ensure that veterans are going to get the care that they need? And we're not going to go backwards, but we're going to meet our moral obligation to deliver health care for those that have fought to keep us safe.
Just talk about your frustration level with all that's been going on.
Look, I'm in and out of this hospital. It was veterans that told me that things were wrong here 4 years ago when I went to the Secretary of the VA and said things are bad, that he didn't check them. And we had an Inspector General investigation. We're just recovering from this. We're recovering from long lines of veterans waiting. I had a veteran in total tears that had cancer of the mouth and couldn't even get an appointment. We got it finally into Carmonas. We've got to make sure. I care about the human beings that are being let go too, but they're more worried about patient care. They're more worried about the veterans. All of us need to ensure that the veterans who have fought to keep us free, who are fought for our democracy, are going to get the health care that they need and deserve, especially those who are actually sick because of their service, was it Vietnam or Iraq or Afghanistan, being exposed to burn pits. We've got a moral obligation to take care of our veterans.
Do you believe that their care is now at this point being impacted by these firings?
I'm somebody who likes facts and doesn't like to make irresponsible statements. I do know that we were having problems at this hospital up in Ann Arbor. We know, it's been documented, that there were issues on sterilization of, it's not now, it was. We worked to get it cleaned up. That's why I've sent letters to the heads of both hospitals asking questions about wait lists. What's going to happen as we go to a new electronic record system? Do we have enough people to implement the process? Even these employees that have been laid off, who you're going to see and talk to, they're more worried about patient care. They're more worried that the veterans are going to get the care that they need. And that's what I'm worried about, is our veterans.
And you... So what do you want me to do?
Progress to overturn some of these firings or
why do you think I'm here? Why do you think I did a letter the day after we saw that go? We've done a letter from all of us to the Secretary of the VA. My job is to protect my veterans in my district and my state. The names on the side of a hospital. I have a moral obligation to make sure that our veterans are being protected and getting the health care that they need. The Ann Arbor VA is in my district. There was very critical. A researcher was fired February 13th. You know the kind of research that's going on at the Ann Arbor VA? They're doing research into burn pits. We have, when we passed the PACT Act, I had a veteran in tears on oxygen who said to me, I can finally die. I've gotten this done. We've got, and mental health. Do you know how many veterans have gotten the mental health assistance that they need because of the work that we have done? We cannot go backwards. Do you know how many, we've had another veteran suicide at the VA in Ann Arbor. There are people that deserve to get the help they need, and we need to keep
A bill, and literally with no hesitation, voting for something that would cut $880 billion from Medicaid, y'all. Do you know how many parents rely on that for their special needs? Do you know how many? You don't even know Medicaid is long-term care. Pay for Medicaid. I know the ones that worked here that got fired. I know the first thing they thought about was who's going to take care of them. Okay? No, I know they are. They're thinking about it right now. You know who's not thinking about it? Trump. insane. I don't understand. I can't believe it. That's right. Nobody voted for this. And even the ones who are pretending that it's not happening, the ones who are pretending not happening, they haven't felt the pain of what it feels like to extract from public services like the VA. So I want you to know I have your back, and please know, your voices are so much more credible sometimes than even me. Because even when I talk, they think it's personal. Oh, I'm mad because he's president. I know that you have the real life stories. That it is personal.
Amen, yeah.
It is. But you know, all of you have so much more, I don't know, the empathy that I think the American people need to hear. They will hear you a lot louder than anybody doing a House floor speech. I know this because I share your stories and I watch how it really does transform people's thinking of what is actually happening. So keep it up, keep marching, keep pushing back. I promise you, again, it's always the workers that rise up and save our country over and over again.
We will.
Again, I want to thank you all because I know it can be really hard, but people texting me inside saying thank you for being out here. I can't be out here. I know that they're so proud that you all are out here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for speaking up for our veterans. This is not just, this is healthcare. This is again so cruel in how they're doing it. And again, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all so much for being out here.
All right, I have the honor.
Alright, this is Tina the Outsider. I'm here at the VA hospital down in southwest Detroit on Forest Avenue. And I just witnessed one of the protests about how all the federal workers are being let go. And there's so many people that are saying that this isn't real, that there's no real thing to it. And I just was talking with a couple of the workers my own self. And if you want to see more on my channel, come on over to Tina the Outsider. I was born and raised here in southwest Detroit, and my stepdad went to this VA hospital, my uncle, and so many family members. So it's a human, the human story. It's a sad story. It is real, and it is going to affect all kind of people across Michigan.
I'm Tina the Outsider. Well, that was pretty interesting, wasn't it? That was my first protest I've ever been to. That was down in downtown Detroit at the VA hospital. And I do have an update on how this affects the Detroit Veterans Hospital. So in the description box and in a comment box, I can post the link to Channel 7's news. They did a little story on it. An updated story of it from 2 weeks ago. So I will also post that in the description box and in a comment box. So please look at it, and then you guys will have the updated information on it. And there's been a whole lot of other protests from all other cities, Saginaw and Ann Arbor and Flint, and all over Michigan with all these hospital protests and all these different job cuts and how it's affecting everybody. So I hope this all gets worked out in the end. I hope the people that really need, like me, when all the jobs get cut at the hospitals and all that does affect, along with the person that goes to the hospital, but also impacts the workers, and it just impacts the whole area. And it's sad to see it. It's something that we're living through and going through. And we're all in this together, so we all got to help one another. And that's why I'm trying to do my part by shedding light on something that I normally wouldn't shed light on. But this is also about, van life. This also affects, there's nurse jobs, there's doctor jobs, and those people actually, there's some of them that actually do van life. And some of the people that actually go to the hospitals probably are in van life. It affects everybody. Just not people in sticks and bricks. Homeless people too. Yeah, we're in Detroit. All right. I will talk with you later. Tina's the Outsider is out. See ya.